Tim Melia is the goalkeeper for Sporting Kansas City. Obviously, he was in goal this weekend up in Seattle. There came a point when there was a play in the box, and he and Christian Roldan, who plays for Seattle, got into it. And look at how awesome we are now. Look at what we got going on right now here. Our crack production crew just keeps taking it to a whole nother level. So we actually, I know if you're just listening, you can't see what's going on, but we have a huge big screen that is actually showing this play between the goalkeeper, Tim Melia, and Christian Roldan.
There's some contact there.
So what ended up happening is Tim Melia felt like he was being harassed by Christian Roldan here, and took it upon himself to not just grab Christian Roldan around the neck and shoulders, but then to flip him over back into the goal in what can only be described as this, I don't know, suplex type of wrestling move. And I use that term specifically because I don't know if you saw this in the moment, but I saw it even in live right when it happened. I said, oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. And then certainly when I saw the replay, I said, that is a stone cold red card, out of the game, goodbye, do not pass go, do not collect 200, go straight to the showers. Come to find out that not only did the referee in the moment not think that that was a red card, but VAR, which we know reviews things for possible clear and obvious things that have been missed, also didn't think that it was a red card. And Mr. Melia, as far as I'm concerned, was incredibly fortunate to continue on with the game. And by the way, his team ended up winning. So it could have been a game changer in that moment. First off, thoughts on the actual play?
I agree. It was such a bizarre play that the referees almost didn't know how to handle it. But I mean, I don't know how that's not a red card for Melia, of course.
All right. I mentioned wrestling because you heard of the Rock guy, right?
I have, yes.
What's his real name? Does he have a real name?
Dwayne Johnson?
Dwayne the Rock Johnson, right? So this guy's got, I don't know, 12 million followers or whatever. And our crack digital team, social media team over there proceeded to tweet out this and tagged him and wanting to get his take on this, which he did give. Do you know the actual take that he gave? Do you know what he said?
I don't have the tweet right in front of me.
Oh my goodness!
I know it's very exciting whenever a celebrity tweets about soccer. We have to flip out about it, but
it is very exciting that he cared about it. And I'm gonna paraphrase it here, but he was 100% in agreement with us that this player should have gotten kicked out of the game. And all right, let's say The Rock assumed that Melia was given a red card. You should never assume, Rock or Dwayne or Mr. Johnson, whatever you want me to call you. He was only given a yellow card for the devastating rock bottom body slam. And The Rock went on to explain in wrestling terms what this was. And actually, I think in his tweet, there was some admiration for what Tim Melia did. However, I think that he was flabbergasted to learn, as we all were, that this did not result in a red card. He did, however, suppose that Christian Roldan, who had gotten flipped, got up and kicked Tim Melia's ass. That did not happen, okay? And actually, his brother came to he's my brother, Alex Roldan, came to his defense. But it was a big old Donnybrook there.
You know, wrestling is quite big at Fox now because we televise it.
Yes.
And so I've triggered some fun control room debates by asking wrestling fans at Fox, what would be the Mount Rushmore of wrestlers? And you're talking Hogan, you're talking Flair, you're talking Andre the Giant, The Undertaker, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And listening to people like Rob Stone and our producer Brad Weimer is a big fan, getting into arguments about it. It's been quite amusing. So
what do they come up with? I mean,
I don't think they've settled on a four.
I bet you some of them try to be cool and say, "Oh, this, George the Animal Steel or Rowdy Piper, or whatever it ends up being." So it's
if you're a grown man that's into wrestling, there's no cool in that conversation. So.
Oh, we just lost half our audience. Okay. This is off the top of my head, and I don't know anything about wrestling. Rob Stone took me to my first wrestling match, game, whatever you call it. It was fun. It was really long. It was really, really long. Off the top of my head, I would think that Mount Rushmore, if you could only have four, is Hulk, Andre, The Rock, and Stone Cold. Does that sound right? I mean, tell us out there.
arguably the seminal moment in wrestling history occurred at the Pontiac Silverdome. So a young Alexi Lalas, WrestleMania 3, when Hogan slammed the Giant.
Yep, exactly. So anyway, tell us who you think your Mount Rushmore of wrestling should be. Believe me, I guarantee that the wrestling folks out there have had this conversation time and time again. So we are not breaking any new ground.
I look off camera and our producer Luis Aguilar is jotting down notes into some pad. What could it be? Like, get rid of these two.
Move on. All right, we will move on.
You like that clip? Well, my State of the Union podcast drops every week. Subscribe now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.